everybody? Welcome to Talking That Talk, official podcast. I go by the name of King Exodus, aka X.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Juice, aka No Ordinary Brother, aka Rising Pharaoh.
Alright.
And tonight's topic of discussion is, are you the problem or are you the solution? Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I feel like everybody thinks they're the solution to everything, right? They come up with situations, be like, yeah, if that person was with me, that wouldn't have happened. Or, hey, if he would have listened to me, that wouldn't have happened to him. But at the same time, sometimes the solution you're trying to create, you're creating more problems at the same time. Like, I don't think people ever look at it like that, right? I always said, like, when it comes to dating women, as much as you think you are that perfect fit for that individual, understand you might not be. But we have it so programmed in our mind, like, if that person, like I said, that person gets with me, life would be better, this and that. And in that process, you'll know if you would be a problem to that individual or you'll be the solution at the same time. So we got to get this out now. This also hits not just relationships, this hits every avenue. You can look at situations with solving a problem. Does it create more problems? You can look at it like within the family. Like, are the situations you setting up for the family really going to help out, or does it just sound good to you when you pitch it out? So that's going to be enough of my little rant right there, right now. So what you got on the topic, X?
Man, alright, so this going to be a long one, I'm warning y'all now. But are you the problem or are you the solution? I do very much so believe that a lot of people play both roles, sometimes within the same relationships. Sometimes people may have a tendency of initiating problems and then not act so quickly to initiate solutions to the problems that they cause. So you got more problems forming on top of problems. But those people can still see themselves as not being a problem, so automatically they're the solution. You feel me? So now we got a toxic chaos, order of chaos going on, and it never really gets resolved. Like, case in point, like, a lot of people can damage one relationship with one individual and feel as though they're the solution and wasn't the problem in that particular relationship, create a new relationship with somebody else. Now you have more problematic energy that spirals because you never solve the root. So I'm always a person that think like that. I go back to the root of everything, and it pisses people off, but that's just how I think. If you got a certain thing you like now as an adult, I'm like, okay, I gotta find something in your childhood that links you to everything that you do now. Find something in your DNA, or find something. It's something that links you to every single thing that you do and how you think and how you move in current day. But a lot of people don't want to go back to the roots of the problems. So, a lot of people really don't, in order to be the solution, you have to be the problem. I hope you catch what I'm saying.
No, I don't think they did. Cause you really did. You had to explain that. Like,
in order to be the solution, you have to be the problem as well. What I mean by that is,
Or been the problem at one point? Okay, there we go.
Because everything is rooted from something else. So the quicker you get to your root of your problem, then you can get to a solution. But if you never get to the root of your problem and you don't find yourself in that problematic equation, you can't really solve shit. That's like, homies fall out all the time.
Right.
It's not just exclusive to intimate relationships. Homies fall out all the time. And as much as we like to believe that one side is always more correct than the other, they really not. People be equally wrong on a lot of levels. They could be equally opposite wrong or equally wrong on the same level, whatever the case be. There's so many ways you could be wrong.
Right.
So if you focus on your own fuck ups and your own flaws and you own your own shit, now we can solve some shit later. Now you know how to step up and address the problem because you see yourself in that equation as being part of the problem. If two people have any kind of chaos, it took two people to create that. A lot of people are like, oh, well, people just did shit, and so in all your problems, everybody's always doing shit to you, and you ain't never doing nothing.
Never doing that.
Nothing. You can piss a person off and not even intend to. you can rub a person the wrong way, and that's not even the intent. But you're still wrong, even though you didn't mean wrong. You meant well. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was doing right, but you still was wrong. So I ended off on that note. If you're going to be the solution, you have to find out what role you play in the problem in order to get to the right solution.
So is X the remainder?
I like that. I like that.
Hey, let me jump back in this. But look, he brought up a beautiful point, right? When it comes to being the solution, sometimes you have to notice that you was the problem, right? That's why some people be like, man, this motherfucker gave me hell. And in the next relationship, he goddamn God. he does everything right. And then you got to really look at that situation. Was like, wait, was I the problem, or was the next relationship he in was the solution to his problems? So it's beautiful when you can actually look at those type of situations like that. Now, one thing I also agree with what he said is like, yo, y'all can be equally wrong and still not come to a solution, but y'all just create more problems. I was like, yo, we gotta look at that, right? Sometimes you will have individuals that be like, oh, so you didn't call me today. Well, yeah, you didn't text me today.
Yeah.
You didn't text me today.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not wrong because we both wrong, so I can't be wrong by myself. Yeah, it happens all the
I got to catch myself. Y'all don't understand. Like, it be the smallest things why people fall out. Or it be the simple things like, well, hey, why didn't you make me something to eat? Well, you didn't say you was like, I thought you ate already. Like, it could be like the smallest things, like problems. It's things you can diffuse instantly when it comes to situations with problems, but people don't know how to respond to it. So they don't know if this is a solution or they're adding fuel to it, right? You use my car. Why you put no gas in it? Well, look, I didn't really go that far.
And to add on to what he's saying real quick, how simple shit can be. Like, let's say, you know what I'm saying, you're in a relationship, whatever the case be. Like we brought the food scenario. Like, someone ate, didn't ask the other person, were they hungry?
Yeah.
Then that person will be like, well, I didn't think to ask. You know what I'm saying? And one person was like, nah, their feelings hurt because you didn't ask. And it's not saying that had they asked, you would or wouldn't have done it. It's just the mere fact that you didn't ask. So a lot of people get their feelings hurt faster than other people. So even though you probably didn't eat all day, and you probably just hurry up, rushed, wasn't thinking, went home and ate your food. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But then the other person is like, well, damn, you eating, I'm not eating. Well, shit, I was starving, I was in a rush, I wasn't thinking. Oh, so you wasn't thinking about me. Then some people would be like, well, look, fuck it, I'm gonna stop eating, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go get you something. No. You eat your food. And then for 6 months, they gonna throw that in your face how you forgot to ask them. You know what I'm saying? Like, going back to being a problem, even though inconsideration is a problem, but no one is gonna always consider you the way you want to be considered.
Right.
So now you're the problem because you want something that's impossible. Because you're not going to always consider people the way they want to be considered. Even though people like that be like, well, I got a heart for people and I do this for everybody and nobody do this for me.
Yeah,
I
don't like those types of times.
Well, okay, you're still the problem because you're giving energy to people and that you're not receiving anything back and you're continuing to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you always step up, you never give other people room to step up because you always on that step. It's one step. Sometimes you got to step down, let people step up.
Right. Right. I love that. That's like X cooking right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to get the chef hats from Amazon, but
yeah, we're gonna have chef hats.
We got the chef hats when we start cooking it in a pot. They gonna stir it. Look, I'll tell you, we would get creative with this podcast, especially with me as a visionary. We're gonna get creative with this stuff. So it's amazing to me, like we was talking about what comes to solution. This is another thing that's the problem sometimes, right? If the solution can be done either or, people still want to be like, well, let's do it my way. It can be done either or. Like, I'm gonna give you a situation, right? 2 + 2 = 4. 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4.
Yeah.
1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 equals 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When people are like, yeah, but that math is longer. When 3 plus 1 equals 4. It's, you have it to a point where it seems like if you have a solution for situations and we're not going with their solution, then it's a problem. Then now you got to redo everything and come up with a solution that y'all both come together with. And I'd be like, yo, man, it took too long.
It's too much work.
It could have been it could have been 3-minute situation, 5-minute situation. Now it's a whole hour because we got to make sure we both are going to be compatible in this situation of solving the equation just to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they go back to like, man, like, I hate people that want what they want, how they want it. I just really don't like those kind of people. Me, I had that mentality, like, if I go order a chicken sandwich, I say, I like tomatoes, but a lot of people don't. So let's just say you don't like tomatoes, you said no tomatoes. They put tomatoes on your chicken sandwich. They not chopped up, they sliced. You can easily just take them off. But some people get a whole sandwich back, want a refund and everything else. All you have to do is just take them off the sandwich.
So that's not the point. That's not the point.
Right.
I ordered with no.
I wanted it the way I wanted it. And it's like, and people be like, well, ma'am, sir, we can make a new one. No, I want my money back. And it's just
money back, get your manager.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, some people really just don't live to solve anything. I know people that would do anything to make a bad situation worse. You feel me? I know people, like an analogy that I used earlier. I know an individual that, let's say they're in a car, they talking shit. A person say, hey, look, you gotta be somewhere that's an hour worth of distance. We on the freeway. If you don't shut up, I'm gonna make you get out the car and you're gonna have to find another way. I know people that will keep talking, get put out the car, and then blame the whole world as to why now they don't have transportation to get the way they gotta go when all they had to do was shut the fuck up.
Oh, just be quiet. Like, y'all don't understand. It should be so simple, right? And then after the situation, now you got another problem because, like, this motherfucker that they put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, this motherfucker let me outside. They got say a lot of bitch ass nigga, but you don't explain the whole situation, right? So the problem with you and that individual, other people gonna look at that individual like, yo, that's the problem right there. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, you see how easy solutions.
People agree with you.
Yeah, people gonna agree with you because they don't never hear the other side, and that's why I want, like I said, this topic is very important because I want you to evaluate situation scenarios you've been in and be like, damn, I was the problem to that, or maybe I was the solution to that, you know? And we got to be able to, I don't want to say agree and disagree, but that also comes into the picture of moving forward to get things done, right? Even if I disagree with you, like, hey, I disagree, but like, hey, let's move forward. That's also a good solution right there.
Right, and I really, some people have a problem with acknowledging that a problem, and it lowers their self-esteem or it hurts their feelings. Like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like will run from situations just because they don't want to hear the truth. Like if somebody start getting on their ass, even in a nice way, and just be like, look, you did this to me, you hurt me this way, I took this way. A lot of people will run from those conversations because emotionally accepting the fact that they was problematic, they just can't handle.
Problematic.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just run from that. And I see that often, not just in relationships, but parenting. You try to sit your mother down or your father down and tell them what they did wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
But I raised you though.
I raised you though.
He like, that ain't what we talking about.
I provided for you.
Yeah,
That's what we talking about. You know, that's all I had to do. Yeah, I don't understand these conversations like that happen in family.
Yeah, so it happens on so many levels, man. You know what I'm saying? Where people can't even just, first off, just hear another person's truth. Even if it's not your truth, you still can't change that person's truth.
No.
You can't tell them how to feel about something. They have the right to feel how they feel. And some people can't really solve shit because, you know what I'm saying, like I say, they want their truth to be everybody's truth, and it just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? If I did something that pissed you off, hurt your feelings, rubbed you the wrong way, I could tell you a million times that's not what I meant, but I can't be emotionally upset with you because you still feel the way behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta accept the fact that that's just the reality you put to it. Now, within the solution process, I could probably do things to fix, you know what I'm saying, what I may have done wrong, but some people feel like, well shit, if I don't feel I did nothing wrong, I'm not fixing nothing. I have to feel like I did wrong, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It happens.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if they don't feel it, then fuck it. It's like, fuck your feelings. Like,
Fuck your feelings, yeah.
that's really what it is. That's actually very truthful. Like, it don't matter, the whole world can tell you wrong. I don't feel wrong.
I said,
Fuck.
So it's like being considerate of people. I just feel like, man, if you really love people, no matter on what level, you know what I'm saying, like, you will work a little bit harder to fix things that's fixable. Even if you don't agree with all the problems that's on the table, you will still try to fix some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, it's the easiest thing for people to do is to say fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that kind of crosses over into that whole like walking away from shit.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with walking away from shit, but people gotta realize it's still an etiquette to everything.
Huh.
It's even a way to walk away. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna have to explain that, man. Explain that to people. Go ahead and explain that to people,
It's a
man.
way
It's
to
a way to walk away.
You know what I'm saying? It's something. Some people look for closure. Some people explain certain things. Some people have conversations, dialogue before they just bounce. A lot of people handle the situation differently, and some people just ghost people. You know what I'm saying? But walking away from shit and not fully evaluating what you're walking away from and how you're doing it, it's just going to cross over into other areas of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you always want to do that root thinking mentality of, you know what I'm saying, everything that went wrong and how it happened before you just up and walk away thinking you're the solution when really you're the problem. Mm-hmm. It don't work like that. So a lot of people, like I say, it's a way to walk away from shit. Some people walk away from shit that's quote unquote fixable, don't realize they was the problem, and truth be told, they return to those situations or face similar situations and new people. But it's like if you've never handled that correctly, if you never ended that chapter correctly, that go back to healing, then how do you move forward successfully? It just really don't work like that. So just leaving situations is not always the solution. You still have to put thought into what you're doing and what your next move is and all these things. But a lot of people just walk from situation to situation, always feeling like they was never the problem. And since they walk away, they feel like they're taking corrective action, but that's only part of it. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
that's all I got.
Hey, that was cool. I mean, I know I walked away from a lot of shit. I mean, I like peace. But in the midst of walking away, can I also be the problem?
Can you be a problem while you're walking away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you another situation. If you hang up this phone, it's going to be a problem. Does that start problems, or could that also be a solution?
It depends on the person. Because me, I tell everybody, the worst thing you can do is give me an ultimatum. I'm going to automatically go against the grain.
That's it. You the problem.
That's one of my problems.
You the problem.
That's one of my problems.
You the problem, y'all hear that?
But I can't lie. The older I gotten, you know what I'm saying, it's gotten better. But
nigga.
hey, prime time ultimatum, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah.
Hold up.
But I don't.
Don't you also give ultimatums to people? But you don't like them used against you?
I give ultimatums. I don't know. Have you seen me give somebody else?
Hell yeah! That's funny, bro.
You know, like, ultimatum is like, you know, how Pablo did people like either you gonna take the silver or a bullet or some shit like that.
So bullet or the gold?
Yeah, some shit like that. I don't know, but I mean, if I have, man, I don't.
I mean, sure. Ultimatums are necessary. I feel like they necessary at times.
Yeah, I mean, Okay, put it like this. You
Okay.
got petty ultimatums.
Okay.
Like you said, you know, a lot of people be like, hey, look, if you hang up this phone, don't call back. Fuck you, that's petty. You know what I'm saying?
that's petty.
But if it's like, hey, respect me or get the fuck out of my, my life, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that petty shit, I'm gonna be petty. that's a problem. All right, so I guess a question I got on it is like,
Okay.
how do you go about dealing with your personal problems, like your flaws and shit? Like, how do you deal with them, and then how do you like seek them? Like, do you have like
Do I see problems?
and within yourself? Like, do you have like some people may call like their grandma and be like, what did I do wrong in this situation? Some people talk to mentors, and the mentors tell them, hey, look, this is where you weak at.
Shit, you gotta, you always talk about shit. Shit pop off, I call you usually. And I'll call maybe another family member, but other than that, like, deep reflection is a motherfucker, right? And one thing about trying to point out, like, situation scenarios that people look at you as the problem. That's why what they say, narcissism. That's one of the main traits, right? They're the problem the whole time, or gaslighters. That all these people, narcissism.
What's a gaslight? Explain.
Gaslight?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh man.
He said, oh man.
Yeah, I'm trying to give. Let me see if I can give a good example, man. All right, so let's say hypothetically, I'm talking to this woman, right? She approaches me like, "Hey, I went through your phone and I see you was talking to somebody else," and I'll be like, "Well, why you going through my phone?"
Okay.
Well, she's like, well, something's been wrong and stuff like this. Well, see, this is why I don't trust you now, because you want to go through my. That's guys like the whole situation that's in front of you. You just basically flip it.
Okay. All right.
That's a motherfucking gaslight. That's what people would do too. So I figure, I don't know, man. You not familiar with gaslighting? People ever gaslight?
Yeah, I just never heard the term, but
Okay.
yeah, most definitely people do that shit. I think as men, we all do that shit.
Big gaslight?
But women do it too, though. It's 50-50.
It's really.
I think women probably do it more, man. You try to tell a woman she wrong, she going, yeah, but I'm only retaliating to how you made me feel, and all this shit.
Man,
so I'm the
I
reason why you the
I
problem.
got messages on my phone right now. What I'm talking about, they answer the other part. They never answer the part I asked. Like that's what we're like, yo, you didn't even answer the question. Like they talking about everything else but the question. And then when I remind like, hey, look, just let you know you didn't answer the question. Then they be like, well, I did give you an answer. And then and nigga, you did gaslight a couple times when I asked you a question. Only on the show though. Only on the show I let get away with it. It's beautiful. I like that.
But yeah, I guess, man, I think some people rate themselves too high as far as being solutions.
Oh my God, that is the problem.
A lot of people think
That is the problem. I'm glad you brought up the rating system right now.
a lot of people think like they God's gift to people and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
If they in somebody's life, then they're the one that's adding the goodness, and they're the one that's, you know what I'm saying? They're the prize, and
I just stepped off my throne to come to you.
right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, motherfucker, like, y'all still attracted each other for reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still balancing that got to take place. But if you always the prized possession in every single situation, that's a huge problem, because you're not eye level with who you're dealing with.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they don't admit it, but a lot of people look down on their mates and friends and shit because they think that they're better.
Yeah.
In so many different ways. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
talk that shit, man.
Yeah, so you can't appreciate
Hey, yo,
people.
touch this mic one time. I don't even do this thing. I had to do it today. I had to do it today,
So
man.
you can't appreciate people properly, you know what I'm saying, and look at the problems and the solutions properly because you always higher on the scale. You always got more money, you always got better this, you got a better relationship, you got a better job, you got a better whatever.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying, you're just a nice person in the relationship, so hey, you're automatically the angel. Like, a lot of people just look at themselves as too high, so that's what I got on that.
Man, that was beautiful. I don't even know what I could say other than like that's absolutely like That's why when it comes to the rating system, like people don't like it, but some of y'all don't even match the numbers y'all saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing about. That's why I said, even like I said, kings even had sex with peasants, right? So that's why niggas want to be like, I'm a king, and like, why you fucking that then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, that's gonna go by right there. Why you fucking that then?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the same thing. We're like, I'm a queen. You like, but you know what I'm saying? You know what you messing with at the same time. You had a king representation that's next to you,
Mm-hmm.
but it is what it is. But we use these words to, you know, quote unquote, stroke our ego and empower us. But at the same time, it's empowering to who and whom. Right? Is it to you or is it to the world? Because at the same time, we both gonna die the same way. We both can die the same way. That's how I look at every situation, right? I guess you could say that's, I wouldn't say it's necessarily, I could say it's some one of my pessimistic views is like, no matter what happens, we all gonna die the same way. So you can talk all that high stuff, we both can go doing the same things. But, I'll get back on the subject right now, is that high scale, you gotta really evaluate, right? That's why, fuck it, I love Kevin Samuels. If you really listen to how some of these women rate themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and then you listen to them talk, like, yo, that shit don't even match. Right? And then it'll go from looks to personality to this and that. Like, bro, none of that matches, right? That's why when it comes to dealing with certain type of men, they always get called an asshole, but they're also the most effective. And at the same time, they don't rate themselves, right? It's just more so about actions and activity, right? Nigga be a 5 and be a 5 in the looks and be a complete gentleman in every other quality or whatever, bro. But like I said, you just gotta pay attention to that. Don't overraise your value if it doesn't actually make sense. That's what I say.
All right. One thing I got on the topic is cause and effect. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got people that cause problems, but then get emotional or whatever the case once the problem is created and now the effects come. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that can't deal with the problems that they create properly because, as just for an example, let's say somebody get into it, they slap the shit out of somebody. Fight break out. Alright. To some people, hey, it's done, we fought.
Sure, it's over.
To some people, it's never over. It's war from here on out. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be like, oh, you know, this person taking it too far or whatever the case. Nah, you can't. If you thought that was gonna go too far or it could have went too far, then maybe you shouldn't have been the way you was within that problem creating. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they follow their ego, they react quick, and then when shit pop off, then they want to, you know what I'm saying, like bitch, cry, and complain. once the effects come in, you know what I'm saying? Some people go and don't handle their money right, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, bills is due, shit hitting the ceiling. Now, all of a sudden, they breaking down emotionally. They don't understand how they got in this position. You know what I'm saying? You try to tell them you should have budgeted. They don't want to hear that either. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, shit happens. But then, you know what I'm saying, some people know, like, if you can't live within your budget, then I mean you need to hustle harder. But some people don't even do that. They just would rather spend their shit how they want to spend their shit, do what they want to do, and then when the effect come, then all of a sudden I'm gonna ask everybody for help, and if you don't help me, then
Fuck you're wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Why is everybody letting me suffer? Nigga, get off your ass and fix your fucking problems. Like, you can't have it all your way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying on cause and effect. You gotta think shit through all the way. You know what I'm saying? Look at those effects before you play a role in that, you know what I'm saying, that problem, that cause. So.
That was nice, because one thing I'll tell you right now, don't ever miss a woman's birthday. Miss a woman's birthday you want to, you dead after that. Don't call my phone, or I got fake friends who they call me. Like nobody can be busy, but no, that's like, I have seen that multiple times. If you miss a woman's birthday, like, you basically dead to them, like, bro, yeah. That's why one of these posts, Money Man he said, a man should not expect anything on his birthday, right? As men understand, like, let's just go out there and make shit happen, right? Every day, like, birthdays to us is, all right, you know. Then as sometimes we get older, we're like, yo, for this birthday, we're going to turn up, we're going to do this. and that. But at the same time, we don't really necessarily expect anything, right? I feel the last couple of times I actually went to work on my birthday. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Let me go to work. I just work. Like, it's just another day to us. So, and man, I just had it, but I just lost it at the same time. But I never want to put it in a picture. But yeah, I lost it. But
expectations.
Oh,
Some people's expectations are their problem.
Oh man, right. So when he was talking about the problems and being solutions, you got to challenge yourself for the solutions you want in life, right? So for myself, like I said, this is another water fast week for myself. Just challenging myself to get my way there right now. I have I envision myself a certain particular way in appearance in a dream. I just want to act on it now, right? So I got to go through my problem is a solution. My problem is I learned I eat out too much. Period. Right? When you have excess of money, you buy better food. Like you always out to eat. Like you don't cook. Like I'm actually cutting back on all that right now. And one of the solutions I even have for myself as a challenge, I just told X before we started this podcast. I said, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to $150 a week for X amount of time just to see what can happen. Right? So I know. Will fill my gas tank and fill it up. It's $40. So I double that down alone. You know what I'm saying? There's small foods I already put in my refrigerators and stuff I can eat, but I'm still fasting at the same time. So I'm only eating on the weekends. But during this whole situation, like it's more excitement in my brain as I'm thinking of what's the possibilities that can happen in the end just by completing everything, right? More money in the savings account, more access to other things when all this is done. Just stuff like that. So you can also be the problem too. Like I said, you can be the problem. You just got to work it out on your to have a solution to it, and be mindful of those who are trying to guide you at the same time. All right, we get some person about a budget. I'm like, go ahead, fuck yourself up. Don't call me. I let it be known. All right.
All right, two things I got. I ain't gonna drag on. All right, so a lot of people don't think shit through, right? So I heard a lot of stories where people be like, man, shit, I was minding my own business. I get in the car with my homie, we get pulled over, he got something in the car, I went to jail. A lot of people in their stories, they went to jail because of other people. The cop was a punk ass cop. We hear all these stories like, you know what I'm saying? Like in certain environments, I know how certain people move. So I know like if I get in the car with this person, what could possibly go wrong? So I gotta make a choice. Hey, am I gonna ride with this nigga or not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what people into, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people just always find themselves the victim of circumstances. And the decisions never come into play. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people be like, it's not to say that sometimes shit don't happen. There are rare exceptions to everything. Sometimes people just get in the car with people that don't live certain lives and they have some shit in the car and you go to jail. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about situations that can be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know how a person move, then you got to think about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? If I know you got beef with somebody, you know what I'm saying, and I'm around you, I got to keep my eye open because I know what you're into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I wanted to talk about is like, people really just don't make smart decisions, and after they fuck up, they don't go back to those fuck ups to see what decisions did they make that led to all this shit happening. Even though you might not have been the big cause in the problem, you still part of the problem because you made the decision. You feel me? And then the other part, you just got to deal with shit, man. When effects happen, you got to deal with that shit. A lot of people, they use their fuck ups as fuel to be better people. You know what I'm saying? Like some people look at, if people play sports, some people look at, every shot they miss, you know what I'm saying, just to find out what did they do wrong within that process to get better. I think that's a big problem with problematic people is they don't cherish the fuck ups. You have to cherish sometimes the mistake you make because that's what you're gonna learn from, to grow from. But if you can never acknowledge the mistakes and deal with them and accept them and embrace them, then you won't be able to take nothing from the lesson. So I think that's done a lot of people growth in relationships. Some people, they feel like if bad happening to them, it's because the devil busy.
It's always the devil.
It's not because of the foods they eating, the music they listen to, the people they around, how they spend their free time. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's the devil. You know what I'm saying? People always blaming shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that kind of mentality. That's blame
so
mentality.
funny you brought that in. Yeah, I like that, bro. Because look, that's what people always do. What they'll do is like blame other circumstances and not take accountability for things that happen, right? Something go wrong. Oh man, the devil did it, man. Like, oh man, he got a hold of me, and the woman was just so beautiful. I had to touch her. You know,
you had to.
You had to do that. Mm-hmm. Or like, oh man, baby, I was hot. I was hitting that money, and you know what I'm saying. The devil got hold to the dice, and I lost it all. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy like that to me. That a lot of situations is like that's actually the go-to. Blame the devil. Oh, the devil's at work. It's just that you fucking up, right? It's just that you fucking.
Can't be that.
It can't be that, right? And then at one time, one of my homeboys tried to use that. He was like, "Yeah, man, the devil's at work. I've been fucking up lately." I said, "Bro, when the last time you been to church? Like, when the last time you read your Bible?" But he's like, "It don't matter, man." like he quickly dismissed that. And I'd be like, man, some of y'all be killing me, man. Like, a lot of this stuff that happens to y'all happens because of y'all actions. And that's it. And I'm pretty sure people didn't try to make y'all aware of what y'all partake in and what y'all do, but y'all choose to ignore it, right? If I tell somebody something at least 2 to 3 times, after that, I'm not telling you no more, right? That's what me and Ace was talking about that not too long ago. Like I said, somebody will call you, be like, yeah, man, so what should I do when it comes to losing weight or building muscle? And y'all just gonna keep asking us. It gets annoying. Mm-hmm. It gets annoying. That's why I want to tell you, man. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, get off the phone.
Yeah. Get off the phone. Like,
man, go ahead.
No, man. That's pretty much it. It's just simple stuff like that. Yeah. Like,
all right. So I'm gonna flip it. So my beef with the whole medical world is people get treatments, not cures. And people kind of drag this mentality into real life. Mm-hmm. So you have people that know I got high blood pressure. There's certain things I don't need to eat.
Right.
But hey, you can take this pill that's gonna help you keep eating the foods that cause the disease that you're dealing with at the moment.
Because they don't be reading the whole.
No, some people are fully aware.
Oh, they're fully aware. They'll read the whole thing.
I'm eating something that I shouldn't be eating due to my disease, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I got this pill that's gonna slow down the reactions. Or you allergic to something, you got an allergy pill. I'm gonna eat this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo. I had somebody who's lactose intolerant that just ate some cheese and they're like, well, fuck, just gotta go take a big dump.
So,
yo, man.
And it's just crazy. It's like, hey, wouldn't you just want to heal yourself? You know what you're doing is destroying you, but you're gonna find ways to keep the destruction healthier. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna die outright from that one thing you're eating that you're not supposed to be eating, but you're gonna find a way to deal with the process. Like, so that kind of thinking, man. Like I say, some people never really look for solutions because if the problem feel good and they like the problem so much, they're gonna stay with that problem. Everybody don't want better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want the best.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, people apply that to real life. You know, you're in problematic situations. You want quote unquote better, but the problem feels so good. Some people say that bad food tastes good.
Bad food tastes good. And good food tastes bad.
Right. Well, good food should taste good because it's good for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I hate when people just say, I know I need to drink water. Right? I've been trying though.
I know I need to drink water.
But, they got every excuse. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why not just do it? You know what I'm saying?
I know soda bad for you.
But, hey, I'm going to die anyway.
Hey, look, that's the solution to most things people say is, hey, we all got to die sometime. As to why they'll keep poor habits and never change it. Or they'll look at it like, well, he was healthy and he still died early. Like, yo, come on, man.
Yeah, so, and don't be so much of a problem that you can't support other people while they trying to solve their problems. Like, we talking about food. There's a lot of people that's like, look, I'm finna give up pork, beef, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got some people that will try to convince you to think like them.
Oh, terrible.
Like, I've been eating all these years. We good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want the best for the people around you because you're so stuck and comfortable with your problems. So you see somebody else trying to fix those same problems within themselves, you don't know how to handle it and appreciate it.
Not at all.
And that's fucked up. So a lot of people go through that. A lot of people got to defend why they want better for themselves.
That's the problem.
I gotta argue with you.
You're the problem
because I want better. You know what I'm saying?
And that's sometimes I was talking about with toxic relationships when it comes to friendships as well. Like you know what I'm saying? I would be like, man, stop smoking. Hey, look, man, just hit a little something. Just a little something, man. You did a whole month, man. This ain't gonna hurt. And then you're like, nah, man. Cause like, even I have temptation right now with this water fast, right? Earlier today, somebody handed me a Gatorade. I'm like, shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I did drink the Gatorade, but it was I drank the Gatorade, but it was a child that handed me one. Like, hey, so you tired, sir? Did you like it? I'm like, man, it's like I don't know how to deny a kid, man. Like I know I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, but a kid like trying to help me, you know, I get over it one day when I get to tell a kid, no. Like sometimes some of your fasting, and that's another thing is the ability to say no. That should be like implemented in some of your diets and diets.
Yes,
learn to say no. Like I'm gonna tell people no whatever they ask me if you know what I'm saying some put something down the line to it, right?
Yeah, discipline is key, bro. A lot of people we can really keep it simple by talking about diet. One time I went to a Thanksgiving dinner and you know what I'm saying, it was pork in all the food. I don't eat pork. But they have like bananas and oranges and shit like that, and that's what I ate. And they was like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did he do that? Like, that's
you didn't know turkey? I heard we heard this story.
They had turkey.
They had turkey at Thanksgiving?
Maybe it wasn't Thanksgiving.
It's like, what kind of shit?
But like I said, I didn't eat anything, you know what I'm saying, because everything had pork in it. So it's like, you have to have discipline, you know what I'm saying? I hate when people say, I don't do something, but, you know what I'm saying, this one time or this second time, this third. Just practice.
Right.
If you say, I'm not going to do it, don't do it.
Right.
And then if you do it, you know what I'm saying, have a way that you punish yourself.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That way, you're not going to think that thought again and pull that shit off. You have to constantly check yourself and check your problems. Mm-hmm. If you can't commit to something, that's a problem.
Whew. Say that again. If you can't commit to something, that's the problem.
Yeah,
you the problem.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't make big commitments if you can't make small commitments to yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you have to challenge yourself. If you say, hey, today I'm going to read for 30 minutes. If you can't get that done, then now we can say, okay, I got a problem with my time usage. I got a problem with this. I got a problem with that. You got to think like that. But a lot of people just be like, well, you know, the hours in a day, the kids, the house, it's just so big. If you get complacent with not reading for 30 minutes a day because you're going to create an excuse of all the responsibilities that you have. So when people do that, I'll be like, okay, cool. So you ain't watch TV at all today?
Yeah.
You ain't log in on Instagram, Facebook at all? You know what I'm saying? Did you listen to any music? You know what I'm saying? That's just how real it get. You can create 30 minutes of free time. You can be completely busy just based on simple things. So you won't be able to correct your discipline because it's not a problem, because time is the problem now. Time is the fucking problem, not you.
Right.
It just ain't enough time in the day. So you're going to go to sleep with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if people do it, you know, all the time. Doctor tell people, hey, go to the gym or you're going to die. You think they go to the gym all the time? You know what I'm saying? They just, shit.
It has
it's too
to
far.
Be a hard impact.
Yeah.
Before people change their lives. Mm-hmm. It has to be a dire experience. Like, even sometimes that's not even enough. Using the ER for 5 days. Oh, shit. Some people look at that moment like, I had to change my life. Some people like, shit, we gonna die one.
Some people will still smoke with a track in their throat.
With a track in their throat.
They just ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Until they die. It's just not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna be long with it on that, man.
Man, I feel like I'm good on the subject now, man. Unless anything you want to add to it?
Nah, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, Talking That Talk Official Podcast. We do appreciate everybody that tapped in on IG Live. We do this every Monday and Wednesday.
Wednesdays. And oh yeah, another thing is, we're about to start open up the more floodgates. We got a TikTok that's going on.
Yeah.
Talk That Talk Official. About to get the Twitter going. Like I said, we got to hit more and more and more social media platforms. And just take a look at that. Stay tuned for the recap. You know where to hit us at.
All right.
Peace.
I know when